even in sports, follow through is when you swing your golf club, for example. If you don't swing the golf club all the way, your ball's probably not going to go in the right direction. And so whether it's cricket or golf or anything that you do in sports, when you take a swing at something, you follow it through. The same happens in the workplace. When you take a swing at something, you're trying to get something done. You are the person someone is requesting information from. At that point, you have to follow through on what's being asked for. Because you're the one taking the swing. If you forgot to send it to them, or you got sidetracked and you got busy, now you didn't follow through. You signed it, but now the signed document is lying on your desk because you didn't scan it and email it to them, or you didn't ship it or courier it to them. So following through is making sure that the outcome that the other person is looking for is achieved, or the outcome that the business is looking for is achieved. You have to escalate sometimes to get what you want. And there is no harm or shame in escalating, because if you need what you need done, you escalate sooner and faster. So what is follow through then? Let's say you escalated and then nothing happened, or the person you escalated through didn't do anything. Or even after escalation, you didn't get what you want. It's important to then escalate even further or keep following up till it's done. So following through is getting to the outcome, getting to what the real end goal is. If you're trying to finish a project presentation that's coming up, or make a demo, or write a piece of code, the follow through is really finishing up. Okay, I wrote the code and I'm done. But did you check it in? Oh yeah, I checked in my code. But did you test it? Oh yeah, I tested my code. But did you deploy it somewhere where someone else can take that package and run it and test it on their side? Oh, it was a desktop application. Did you send it to someone else other than yourself, the finished package, so they could download it, install it, test it, and tell you that it's working? Follow through has multiple stages, and it's really till the very end. Imagine if your goal is to publish an app that you want millions of people to download. Maybe it's not even enough that you sent it to a person who downloaded it on their desktop and said it was working. Maybe you want to find out 5 different types of operating systems, or 6 different types of configurations on their machine. Or if it's a browser-based application or something that sits within the browser, you want to think about different types of browsers people are using. So follow through is about thinking about the outcome, thinking about who is going to be using your output, putting their perspective on, and then thinking, how do you ensure that person has the wow experience? Let's say you were cooking something. The only when someone has a wow experience is it's finished. It's not raw, unless you're making sushi or something raw. You finish it, and once it's done, it is also garnished. So let's say I finished the slide deck and I shipped it out, but do you run spell check? Now that's really getting it polished, because then you made sure there are no spelling errors. Do you do a font check? You check if all the fonts are correct. In ideal world, you would have a slide linter, which lint your slide, just like you have a code linter, which lints your code. So it would go check all this for you. And so if you're using the right plugins in your IDE, the slide linter, you would not have to worry about it, because automatically all that will be taken care of. But if you turn the linter off, you still go about doing what you're doing, you would not necessarily have it polished. Imagine, if you're wearing shoes and they're not polished, they won't have the shine on them. And so you won't get the smiles from people's faces, which you would otherwise expect. So if you want to be awesome and want to be in that culture of being awesome, feeling awesome by doing awesome, you definitely want to think about follow throughs and getting it done and polished.